Who invented the book? If you're a baseball fan, you know about the book. That set of unwritten rules, the best known of which states you send up a left handed pinch hitter to face a right handed pitcher, or bring in a righty reliever to attack a righty batter. The numbers bear out the logic and have since long before stats geeks infiltrated baseball front offices. And I'm a Sabre member, so take it easy on those stats geeks. If you bat right handed, a righty's curveball is going to start at your shoulder, potentially inspiring a touch of fear if you can't pick up the spin out of the hurler's hand. And even the most brave batter is likely to have an easier time hitting an off speed delivery in a lefty righty matchup versus a same side one. Casey Stengel is widely regarded as an early master of platooning, but if you go back decades earlier, you'll find the first helmsman to ride the platoon wave to a championship, doing so with a bunch of Braves batters. Today, we use a cap from the Nashville Sound's Hot Chicken's alternate identity to remember George Stallings, born in Augusta, Georgia on November 17, 1867. I'm repping the Hot Chickens for today's History Through Hats lesson because Stallings won his first ever pennant as a skipper with the one and done Nashville Seraphs of the Southern League in 1895. And because he was such a nervous Nelly in the dugout that his scooting up and down the bench was said to have worn holes in his pants, as if he might have had way too much hot chicken. Owner of just a .490 winning percentage and nearly 6 full seasons as a big league skipper, no one could have predicted what 1914 would hold for George and his Boston Nationals. But the arrival of Johnny Evers from Chicago's West Side was a good omen. The diminutive Keystone Sacker on the Cubs' '07 and '08 world champions made up in brains what he lacked in brawn, and was an absolute wreck between the lines, the type of guy who could make coffee nervous. The perfect sidekick to Stallings and his own superstitions and idiosyncrasies. Despite having Evers as their captain, the 33 and 43 Braves were in last place on July 15th, but would go 52 and 14 the rest of the way, drawing crowds so big they'd abandon the South End grounds in mid-August for Fenway Park, just 3 years old with 3 times the capacity. How'd it happen? Well, excellent pitching from lefty Tyler Dick Rudolph and Bill James set the tone, as did the solid defense of Keystone combo Evers and Rabbit Marinville, both future Hall of Famers, who'd finished 1-2 in MVP voting that year. But it was Stallings' use of the platoon system, altering his starting lineup based on the handedness of the day's starting pitcher and subsequent relievers, that was the stroke of brilliance enabling the Braves to bring home their one and only World Series title during their 82-year run in the hub. They weren't exactly the hitless wonders of the 1906 White Sox, but only a single regular topped 285, so Stallings' mastery of the matchups was indeed miraculous, winning the pennant, then taking the first ever 4-game World Series sweep over Connie Mac's A's without a single outfielder getting 400 at bats. Learn more history through hats by tuning into the 350 plus episodes of 90-Second Recap, and please like, share, and follow or subscribe.